the fascinating backdrop of the Paul Ricard circuit would once again play host to round 6 of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine, as the series made its one and only visit to France for the 2024 season. With all 11 teams present and 33 drivers on track, the series, organised by ACI Sport, Alpine Racing and certified by the FIA, would provide even more colour to the 5.8 kilometres of Le Castellet.
I would say that first of all, this is for the moment the better season than what we have achieved last year. It was not so difficult to to do something worse. So now we are. I mean, from the start of the season, we are quite happy with the result we are doing. This is not simple, as usual in Frica. The competition is always really tight. But with Gilter and Giusti, I think we have a duo which can help us to stay at the front and to fight at the top level. So, but yeah, once again, the other competitors are quite strong, all lineups as well. So it's all about details, and we still have to work on details.
Well, basically, overall, we are quite happy with the progress we have done since last year. Of course, we still have a lot of work to do, but overall, our performance is much better than last year. We are now able to fight on the top with the other teams. So, but the main goal for us is to be every weekend a winning team.
Fairness in today motorsport is it has always been important, but nowadays, when a fraction of a second is so important, if you go back in the past, a tenth of a second was worth a little bit less. Now, sometimes you really fight with a tenth of a second. So, if you have a slight disadvantage in terms of technical package, it's really very penalizing for a driver. So both FIA and the promoter try their best to make sure that the delta between the best car, although they are the same, the best car package, car engine team, and the worst is as small as possible. At the end of the day, the interest of FIA is to promote and facilitate the career of talented drivers to make sure that they feed the higher categories with the best possible talent.
In the first qualifying session on Saturday, it was championship leader Rafael Camara who set the pace. The Ferrari Driver Academy member claimed his 4th pole position of the season, with his last coming back in race 2 at Zandvoort. The Prema Racing driver dominated Group A. After hitting the track first, he would consistently lead the top of the timesheets. The closest to challenge the Brazilian driver was Badoer, fresh from his good performances in Friday's test. The Van Amersfoort Racing driver finished the session just under 3/10 behind Camara, securing the second row for race 1. Badoer's teammate Ivan Dominguez would also impress, posting the 3rd fastest time, just over 2/10 off his Italian teammate in another great session for the Dutch team. Dominguez was also awarded the 5th Pirelli Resilience Award of the season, following his strong performance at Mugello.
So yeah, I think in race 1 we just did a nice job managing tires and everything. And yeah, we managed to get the podium, both rookie and P3. And then unfortunately on Sunday we had a problem in qualifying where the nose of the car just came out, so we didn't make a lap. So we started P16 and managed to finish in P7 with a great pace. I mean, I just started overtaking quite a few cars in the first few laps, and then it was all about managing my push to pass and managing my tires, and yeah, happily I finished in P7 and still got this nice trophy.
Group B provided excitement and drama up until the last second, with Michael Belov claiming the fastest time. The Trident driver used his experience that has seen him take podiums at this circuit before to secure a front row start alongside Camara.
Yeah, I think it was a very good job. The work we did from yesterday, I think we went the right way. And yeah, just very happy about the result. Good to be back on pole. And from that on, we keep working for the race, prepare everything, and make sure we're still fast for the race. And yeah, I think the team did an amazing job. Yeah, the car was mega in quality. And yeah, now just look forward for the race and do my best.
The engines now start revving as the lights go out and it's pedal to the metal. And it is go, 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 go. Great start for Rafael Camara. Michael Belov trying to cover off as well. Brando Badoer is stuck in third place. Tuka Tappinen weaving, looking for a way through to move up into third. He's going to go around the outside. Tuka Tappinen. He's going to try and dodge Brando Badoer to, well, certainly relieve him of that third place. We saw a car going off wide as well in the distance. Tappinen now going wheel to wheel, but looks of it with Ivan Dominguez as well, who's also trying to get himself into the fight. James Wharton up there as well in sixth place with Alessandro Giusti for company as well. They're all swarming coming out of the first sector and in towards the Mistral straight. It is still out in front now. Rafael Camara, he leads the way. Michael Belov, then further back Brando Badoer getting a wonderful start and has managed to jump ahead of Tappinen. Dominguez causing Tappinen a few headaches as well, as we now see more cars coming in to join the mix. Tappinen now trying to gain. In fact, looking at this, Dominguez managing to get past Tappinen as they go wheel to wheel in towards the Mistral. Dominguez to the inside line, outside line here for Tappinen, gets onto the curb, does well not to lose it, but kicks up a cone in the process. Goodness me, a hectic start as Ugo Gachukwu runs off wide. Well, as they now will begin to try and settle down anyway, quite a lot of fighting further back. Nico Lacorte part of it. Back again comes James Wharton. Three wide, heading through Scene Corner. That is unbelievable. Truly a big moment as Tappinen tries to hold on to his position there, but he's under fire from several cars around him, most notably Ivan Dominguez, who has been giving him nothing but constant affray and battles here. Tappinen getting in the rear, stepped out there, cutting immediately to the inside. Wowee, what a moment. Not ideal at all for the RHGP team now. You can just see the gap has now started to string out. Tappinen now at the realms around 2.5 seconds. I think at this point, should I say 1.2 at this stage. But as they now make their way around the final corner, coming out of Pont, and it's Camara who takes them through. A few cars running off very wide, coming out of Pont corner now and down the straight. It's like a swarm as they head down towards turn one. The Brazilian, though, consolidating his lead out at the front. 7.5 tenths between Camara and Belov. The gap between Tuka Tappinen and the rest of the field, though, is enlarging. Ivan Dominguez heading Tuka Tappinen right now. 1.7 seconds between Badoer and Ivan Dominguez. But Camara in charge, and on top Michael Belov with another fantastic display as well, coinciding with his brilliant qualifying performance. And Brando Badoer waiting in the wings as well. Surely has a great chance of exchanging that P2 for a P1 this time, but needs to get himself past Belov and also needs to get himself past Camara to make that happen. It's quite the challenge in the distance. We can also see the sister oh, goodness me! Now, I'm not sure whether you saw that in the background, but James Wharton, I think it was part of the chassis that just flew off the front end. It was just on the nose of the car. You just see it on the ridge just below the halo. And goodness me, just saw it get ripped away. I mean, they carry such immense speeds down the long straight at the Mistral. So by the looks of it, I think James Wharton missing a little bit of the shell off the red-faced Prema car. It's now Ugo Gachukwu meets Nico Lacorte further down. He's actually managed to jump Nico Lacorte through the course of this race too, so he's up to 9th place. Enzo Peugeot just in behind him. So now here a lot of tyre squealing as well around this track. Now the drivers have spoken that degradation is a huge factor here at Paul Ricard, just given the fact that the immense temperatures that have now advanced more so since qualifying this morning. Couple that with the relentless nature of Sector 3 here at Paul Ricard, no doubt it's going to cause that Pirelli rubber to be stripped off the tyre. So it's down to the drivers to manage it. Camara advancing his charge, though. Look at the gap, 1.1 seconds now between he and Michael Belov. Brando Badoer in third place. Further back, Dominguez, Tappinen. Still a 4/10 gap between Tappinen and Dominguez right now, with James Wharton up into 6th. Alessandro Giusti 7th. with fellow ART man Evan Gilter in 8th place, both of whom are French F4 champions. And on home soil as well, Giusti coming here last year in his maiden season in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine, and took a maiden win as well as Enzo Dellini takes a very wide view. Oh, as we now see Ugo Gachuku, Nico Lacorte coming wheel to wheel. Goodness me, Lacorte having to take the escape. Down the inside, obviously might have to forego the places that, of course, he would have gained through going off track. Ugo Gachuku, there you can see them now coming out into the second half of the Mistral, and indeed Nico Lacorte foregoing the position, allowing Ugo Gachuku to retain that P9 as they now rush through the Bousset section. Though Lacorte might have left himself on a plate there for Enzo Peugeot. Wheel to wheel again, this time for Ruiki Liu, as well as got Matteo De Palo up his inside, and oh, there's an RPM car off. That's the 57 of Noah Stromsted. The Dane has, well, found himself on the side of the circuit. 22 minutes left in this session, plus the 1 lap. Intercepting, that was the one involving Noah Stromsted. Enzo Dellini, though in the midst of a fight in his own right, as he comes together with Edgar Pierre on the run coming out of turn 1, turn 2, and it looks like Dellini might have held on, but it's also inviting Zachary David into the fight as well. So we saw those two drop down the field earlier on. Look at this, oh, contact! Edgar Pierre getting spun around, coming through into the end of Sector 1, and Enzo Dellini forced to take the escape road. A dramatic moment for the RPM and the Red Bull Junior. Rafael Camara has been utterly sensational. He has brought his very best to the forefront in this opening race. He was on pole, a sensational pole, his 4th pole of the campaign as well, but Prema will be prancing because Camara will do the winning. He's going to make his way out of the pond, send it down towards the line, weaving as he goes, because that is win number 5 this season. It's 7 wins in his career here in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. Rafael Camara is your victor here in race 1 at Paul Ricard. Michael Belov finishes in 2nd place, a fabulous result on his part since joining the Trident team in place of Roman Belinsky, who I'm sure is delighted for.
I think we did a very good job already from yesterday. Yeah, it's all about the preparation, and then I think we came quite strong for this round. Yeah, yesterday we did a big step to today, I think all the team. And then yeah, I think starting from pole make your life more easy, and then after it's just to do all the basics very well, and then I think we managed to do that, and then from that on, yeah, car was mega, the team did an amazing job, and then it was from there, it was just to enjoy, do what I know to do, and bring back home the points.
It was really good. A bit not enough for a P1, but we will still work for tomorrow, and let's see how it comes. I think their management is a bit improved race by race. Also, push-to-pass management is also important to maintain the gap between the drivers. So yeah, step by step I'm learning. So every race I get it better.
Yeah, I'm quite happy. I mean, the pace has been good yesterday in free practice, today in quali, and also in the race. So yeah, it has been a solid day. Once again, we secured solid points for the championship. So yeah, I'm satisfied about the day.
The second official session was far from straightforward, with variable weather conditions leading to a wet, then drying track. Once again, Camara established himself as the leader, setting the best time of a 1 minute 59.245 in Group A. This marked his 5th pole position of the season and 8th overall in the series, just 1 off the overall record held by Paul Aron, further cementing the Ferrari Driver Academy member as one of the fastest in qualifying this championship has ever seen. Group B was the first to hit the track amidst increasing rain and would see Belov once again secure the fastest time to guarantee himself a front row start for the 2nd time this weekend.
Yeah, we were expecting a bit of rain. Luckily for our group was no rain anymore, so this was good. Yeah, but it was very tricky conditions. Track was every lap improving, so it was all about to do in the last lap. But then, yeah, always the last lap's a bit tricky because if you do a mistake, you don't have any other laps to do. So, yeah, I was able to put more or less all together. Last sector was very good, so I think saved us a bit. But yeah, it was very, very good. And yeah, I think everyone knows that it was all about to do the lap in the last lap. So I think this was a very good point for us. We managed, I think, very well. Also in the position to have some slipstream in the last lap. So yeah, very happy about the result. Team as well is doing a very good job. I think it's a good comeback from Mugello. And yeah, now looking forward for the race and do the best as we can.
The second race was rich with action and drama, ending the Paul Ricard round on a rainy Sunday. Weather conditions led the race direction to start the race under the safety car.
And as the timer ticks below the 20th minute, 20 minutes of action to be had plus one lap. We're going to hit pedal to the metal, and it is go, 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 go. Great start for Rafael Camara by the looks of it. He's broken clear of Michael Belov in behind, who's now at the mercy, by the looks of it, of Badoer heading through turn one, and by the looks of it, Belov, I think, might have maintained it, or has he? Outside line there for Badoer has run off wide, and I think is going to lose places as a consequence of that as well. Tuka Tappinen, Alessandro Giusti, Ugo Gachukwu, they're all piling on the pressure as they head down into the next right-hander. Giusti getting the better jump of them all and moves up into third, out on track, but still it's Michael Belov who is in second, but in comes Giusti after Belov went extraordinarily wide. But look at this, a spin. Oh no! Who then spun it, but looks like it was just a case of cars concertinaing together, but it looks like Tappinen is coming under fire in his own right as Enzo Peugeot looks to move up a couple of places. Ugo Gachukwu also part of this too, and Ugo Gachukwu has actually gone ahead of Tappinen here. And I think, as a consequence, Peugeot has actually dropped to 6th, and now he's under pressure again, this time from Nikhil Bora. Tappinen, and there's two, a contact! Oh, goodness me, contact between Tappinen and the 74, belonging to Enzo Peugeot. And that's two cars stricken around Pont Corner. As he looks to close up, safety car, I think, has been pulled out. Yes, safety car has been deployed out on track. Around Pont Corner once again, and Rafael Camara will take them down the straight once more, and they'll put pedal to the metal for the second time in this race now, and it's Rafael Camara who's out in front. But look at Giusti in second place, looking every which way, and has managed to take the lead. Alessandro Giusti with a fabulous move up the inside. Camara not content, a car off. It's Enzo Dellini, the Red Bull Junior, spinning it, coming out of turn 2. Oh, that's heartbreaking, but Giusti has the lead. The Frenchman who won the French F4 title in 2022, back again after winning his first FRECA race last season at this track. Well, it must be said, fabled ground here for Alessandro Giusti. The car, the number 10 ART, leads the way, and now Camara's got the tricky job of trying to close him down. And nothing's easy with Alessandro Giusti when he's on form. We saw that last season. It looks like we could yet see it again, as now we see Stromstead coming wheel-to-wheel with Bora, and we got wheel-to-wheel action with Dominguez and Teofil Nile as well, who's looking to go around the outside, but very wide on the exit of Pont Corner. And that's certainly going to compromise him somewhat. Enzo Dellini part of this too, but back again the two fight as then they head down in towards turn 1. The Van Amersfoort car, Ugo Gachukwu getting tight with Kanato Lake, 3 wide, near enough, heading through turn 1. Enzo Dellini looking to advance his charge here for RS GP, goes wheel to wheel with Teofil Nile. Fantastic run there from Enzo Dellini, trying to recover the places that he lost. Here comes the McLaren Junior of Ugo Gachukwu into the podium positions once again. And Ugo Gachukwu, like we said, difficult season this year, adapting to the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine, but has suddenly sprung to life here at Paul Ricard and now sits in 3rd place. Oh, wow, okay. A spin there for the number 16. wrangle his way through. Now Ugo Chukwu is caught up to Camara here, and look at this as well, a huge dogfight ensuing once again with Delaney, Dominguez and also Gilter once more, and Dominguez answering back against Delaney, who made the moves earlier on to get past both of these drivers. Now sees himself dropping behind them once more, as now he slips through again, just getting a little slippery under these conditions, the wet weather causing the aquaplaning that is making life a little tricky for some of the drivers out there. Dominguez feeling it, Théophile Nile also feeling it too. There's Zachary David, James Wharton, very wide from Théophile Nile as he rejoins the circuit. But a massive moment. And it looks like Ugo Chukwu might have got Camara. He has done. Ugo Chukwu now up into second. Camara down to third. Nikhil Bora trying to hold on to his place, as well as Kanato Lay goes up the inside of Rafael Camara. Camara down to fourth, and now he could be down to fifth, because here comes Noah Stromstead. Has Camara got an issue? He seems to be falling down the field. He's got the slipstream though, however, on Kanato Lay, so might be able to challenge back, but Kanato Lay really covering off the approach into turn one, and Noah Stromstead taking full advantage of this, moves up into fourth. Fastest lap for Alessandro Giusti alike, a 2:20.875, continuing his rampant run. He actually went purple in the third sector, as here comes Stromstead. RPM VG4, and RPM prevails. Gets a nose in front here, Stromstead. Can he carry it through towards turn 5 and 6? Yes, he can. But back comes Kanato Lay, very close to contact as they come through turn 6. Career podium winner, and now he's going to run side by side with Camara's Prema. It's ART. We've got one in scarlet red, one in maroon, and it looks like the one in maroon's going to take this one, but runs off wide, coming through the chicane at the middle of the Mistral. At the top of the timing screen, the French F4 champion from 2022 is back at the circuit where it all started for him in Frecker in terms of race wins, and he will round the final corner at Pont. The Frenchman at a French circuit will celebrate here once more. It's Alessandro Giusti, the Williams Academy driver, scores an impressive victory here in the wet conditions at Paul Ricard. Will no doubt celebrate with the ART team. Camara losing another place, this time to Enzo Delaney, and Delaney gets him at the line for 6th place. Extraordinary.
The key factor was the start. We made a good first lap. I mean, we are already P2 after the first sector, so it was a really good start, and then just manage with what we had with the car, and the car was amazing, so I had to catch up. Rafa was quite gone for the moment. Then the safety car came in and we did a mega restart. I jumped in the T1 and then managed my gap and had the win, so amazing victory. I mean, this race was amazing, to start P5 and win the race in the wet in Paul Ricard in France. So yeah, so happy.
Yeah, it was a really good race. First time in wet conditions all weekend, but felt pretty comfortable from the beginning. And yeah, knew immediately that we could have a good result. Starting from P6, just made my way through slowly, and yeah, one by one managed to get into P2, and really happy to end off the weekend with a podium.
Well, it was a really good race. We had a good first lap. We started obviously quite far down, P15. So yeah, I managed to gain some positions in the first lap and after the safety car also. And yeah, throughout the race we had a really good car. I think tire pressures were really good. Only in the end started to drop, where everyone around us started to drop more. So yeah, in general, really good pace and a good race.
The Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine now goes on its summer break for 7 weeks, giving the drivers and teams plenty of much-needed rest. A busy September will follow, with 3 of the remaining 4 rounds coming up then, starting on the 7th and 8th of September at the historic Imola circuit. We will see you there.